I drove there because I was in the engine speak. I need to figure out how to get into the city. I mean, do I just pull it out? I just pull it out, put my email, create a password.
Well, there should be a password for it. I think I still have that email because I usually keep it. It's complicated. And then what sucks is you can't just type it into the app. I tried.
Oh, you can?
No, so I've got it bookmarked. I've got it bookmarked so that I can pull up council emails and it'll open up Safari and then I just type in the password. Set up after I got in. And so it's all web-based because they've got it always pops up and says download the Outlook app, but I don't know what to type in. I haven't had anybody show me yet. Usually I can figure them out, but not Outlook.
If you can, I know I'm
Oh, now. Microphone. Somebody turn Mary's microphone. I'm just kidding.
I didn't.
No, I had it pointed towards them.
Quiet all of a sudden, so 2 minutes.
The mayor's about to speak. I can't think of it right now. Sarah Donna's like some movies business. This lady in this movie.
Everyone rise, please.
They finally realized it's called.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes. Heavenly Father, thank you tonight that we can come here and we can meet and we can take care of the business of Newcastle, Lord. And I just ask you that in the coming weeks you give us some good weather so we can get some things done and watch over all of our people and all of our employees and bless our town in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
City Council meeting Monday, April 1st, 2019 comes to order. Roll call, please.
Mary Brunton. Here. Jeff Hancock.
Here.
Jerry Walden.
Here.
Aaron Dickens.
Here.
Mark Cover.
Here.
Lynn Purdue.
Present.
Rex Packard.
Here.
Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes from the former meeting?
Move to accept those.
Second.
The motion and double second.
Double second.
Roll call vote, please.
Mary Brunton.
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Jerry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickens.
Abstain.
Mark Cover.
Aye.
Lynn Purdue.
Aye.
Rex Packard.
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. I think everybody already had that marked down 7-0.
Yeah. It's absent.
Chief, do you have something to do before we get the meeting
Yeah.
started this evening?
I'd like to recognize a couple of the officers from Newcastle Police Department. Both officers received an award last week from the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. It was a statewide banquet that we all attended over in Indianapolis. It has to do with Operation Pullover. I think everybody's pretty familiar with that. Investigator Tony Hughes received an award for, he doesn't want to come up, he's a little passionate, for being one of the top coordinators within the state for Operation Pullover or for the DUI task force. Some of the numbers we had last year, we were able to work, and this is all through the grant through Indiana Criminal Justice Institute, as we worked 1,094 and a half hours of overtime for DUI patrol and seatbelt patrol and aggressive driving patrol. We were able to spend 99.5% of the funds that were given to us. We averaged approximately 3.62 contacts per hour. We averaged 1 DUI every 6.37 hours. We had 80 misdemeanor DUIs, 23 felony DUIs. We had 44 driving under the influence of drugs. 172 misdemeanor arrests, 24 criminal felony arrests, 142 seatbelt violations, 30 driving while suspended infractions and 35 misdemeanor driving while suspended and 2 habitual traffic violators. That was all off of the Operation Pullover grant money that we received. Officer Aaron Strong, he was recognized, and we got the awards here that we were given as one of the top DUI enforcement officers in the state. And in giving him credit, I mean, we were talking about people from Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, much bigger towns and cities, and these guys have done an outstanding job. When Tony went down to the investigations, he asked me if I wanted him to remain as my coordinator for OPO, and I said absolutely, because he does such a great job. Every year that he has done such a great job, our money increases the next year. And I think right now, the city of Newcastle looks great in the Criminal Justice Institute's eyes right now for what we've done just in the last 3 years as we've ramped it up. So that's the award that Aaron received. I got Aaron's right here, and that's the award Tony received.
Well, come on up, we need to get a picture.
I'll take Tony's place.
Okay, all right.
This is a really big honor because I remember maybe within the last 14 years where we couldn't get nothing out of them, and it was just because it was just paperwork reasons. You know, paperwork had fallen behind and they didn't like how things were being done. But Tony has done an outstanding job, and we have to produce numbers in order to keep getting funding. And guys like Aaron come out here and really work their butts off and really are teaching the young guys. And Darren's one of our DRE guys. Tony's one of our DRE guys, drug recognition experts. We've only got 3. I'm hoping to double or not triple that in the future because it's free training provided by Criminal Justice Institute. And when they do their evaluations, they even fly them down to Florida to do all their evaluations in a rehab center.
Should Tony's name stay out of the newspaper?
No, Tony's name's okay. We just want his mug in there.
Okay, all right.
Matt, do you still go to the schools and train the staff on drug identification?
We do, but we don't, only when they ask. We'll come in and give, especially the DRE guys. Now, the school that they go through it's really tough. I didn't want to take it on myself. I mean, it's really a tough school to make it all the way through. And we have a lot of people that in the past that have went to it, but because you have to keep up on it, and it's so hard to keep up on. You have to do so many evaluations a year. They don't want to mess with it anymore. They just let it drop. So it's a great program, and I think we'll get even more money next year as long as Tony keeps on doing what he's doing.
Well, what a lot of people don't realize and don't understand is that per police officers, per capita of people in the city of Newcastle, the numbers that he just read off are per capita of people. We got some officers that are doing their jobs. I was one of those who got pulled over with seatbelts. So they're doing their job. No matter who it is, they're doing their job.
And you know, when we talk about Operation Pullover, realistically, we work a DUI project every month because of the money that we've got coming in. You'll see us put on blitzes for seatbelts and aggressive driving and stuff like that. But we have officers every month working a DUI project because of the things that Tony's done to get the money coming into our community. And all it is it's just here to makes the streets safer. You know, if we can cut down on that one. You know, we haven't had fatality for a long time, and that's our whole goal is to go throughout the year. You know, you're going to have accidents. Everybody has accidents, but if we cut down on that fatality because of drug use or alcohol use, then I'm just like I said last year, I was really pleased with not having any armed robberies. I'm really pleased with not having any fatalities.
Well, I appreciate what you guys do, and it's very exciting when I see our name come up. What you say against Fort Wayne and Evansville and a lot larger communities than we have that have hundreds of officers, and number of people per capita of how many officers we have, we're always amongst the top. And it's I'm proud of what you guys do, and I just want to say thank you to you guys publicly for what you guys do. You guys get called all kinds of names when you pull somebody over, but appreciate you doing your job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mr. President, I turn this meeting over to you.
Thanks, Mayor. No resolutions, ordinances. Turn the floor over to Councilman Brewington.
Well, I got a phone call this morning from my sister, and she goes, "You'll never guess what." She goes, "All them tires over at Firestone have been picked up." Well, being it was April Fool's, I thought it was a joke. But we drove over and they were gone, so thank you.
Lee did that, so.
Thank you.
His department, and that's a nasty job. You know, the mosquitoes already out this year.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, they
There's
are.
tires.
I bet over there's those tires there are, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, that's all I have.
First of all, congratulations to everyone involved with the grant. It was really great to receive. Lee, I see potholes are in progress, looking pretty good, and all that being filled. Have you checked on legal counsel with the mirrors on 18th and Indiana Avenue?
On the mirrors?
Yeah, we were worried about the sunshine.
We've done a test on it. Matt, Lee and I went over there, and we've done a test on it about where to put them. We're working on it. The
Okay.
weather's not cooperating.
Right, they was a little concerned about the reflection and all that, so, yeah. And then last but not least, what about the electronic speed limit signs we purchased? Do you know when those are gonna go up, Matt?
Within the next 2 weeks.
Do you know where we're gonna start putting them at, or?
One's gonna go down on Riley Road as the cars are approaching the school zone from the west.
Okay,
And then I think I'm gonna put the other one on 14th Street, South 14th, because we're gonna be moving them a lot.
Right.
I don't have to go through the state to get their okay for a permanent
Okay.
fixture to go in. So, down by Sunnyside School,
okay.
coming in, inbound.
Off of 103 and coming in, that's great, that's a great spot
And
too.
then as we get complaints, we'll move them around, but we'll get there, we'll get some data off of both units.
That'll be great. That's all, Your Honors.
Thank you. Eric?
Mr. Mayor, are you going to talk about the grant that the city received? Okay.
Yes.
Very proud of what you and your administration was able to do on
I had very little to do with it. It was Dave and Kendra, Brenda, Christie, and the girls down in the police station office. There's a lot of hours went into it.
I'll let you talk about that later on. I'd like to take a minute just to recognize Beverly Hankinoff and her passing. I had the privilege of working in under her, and a lot of people took Beverly different. She was very dedicated to our city. She was very dedicated to our schools. She was very dedicated to her staff. She was very dedicated, overly dedicated to her students. And I'm here to tell you that I wouldn't have been the educator I was without her guidance. She was just, people have no idea what all she did behind the scenes. So that's going to be a big hole for our volunteer services here in town to fill. So I just want to recognize her publicly for that. It was also brought to my attention, I was going to ask about the speed signs and mirrors too, Jeff, but I have a couple of fire engines, number 1 and number 4, that's really needing replaced. And I know you've been on it, Mayor, and Chief's been on. Is there something that the council
It's
needs to
one
do to
for-
help out?
4 is outdated, but it's Old Faithful. It runs better than the rest of them, but it doesn't meet OSHA requirements, but it runs good. It's 1 and 3 that we're getting pricing on.
Okay, so there's nothing that we need to do as a council to help you along with that?
Not this time.
Okay.
But when it does, we'll let you know.
I know one's taken up a lot of attention.
Yeah, we're spending a lot of money on 1 and 3.
Okay.
Monthly.
Other than that, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Nothing tonight.
I just got a little list here I'll pass on to the building inspector department. That's all.
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Okay. Chief? Chief? What? Dave, you want to talk a little bit about the grant?
Grant. We spent several weeks, probably 1st of December all the way through, when was that due? End of January? February, 1st of February. We had our PASER rating we had to update. Of course, you guys know we had that engineering company a couple years ago give us a rating on all of our roads. And we updated that PASER rating, got it sent in. Ed, he's the one that's the grant guy for the state and for the feds. He's the one that entered it in to the system for the state. We applied for $750,000 and we got, I think, a $750,000 match, give or take a few dollars. I have a wish list based on history, but I don't really want to introduce that out yet until I actually have the estimates back to make sure that we can get all the roads that are included on the wish list. So if that comes in, I'll make sure everybody gets a list of the actual roads we want to do.
We've already turned that list in to get quotes back.
Yeah, we've
For 3 companies, so we won't be the first to have the price.
We've advertised it last Thursday. It'll be advertised again this Thursday. We're going to open bids on the next Board of Works meeting and read those aloud, and then we'll review them, and then probably award the job the following Board of Works. So,
And it's a wish list, but it's gonna be by need. There's some roads that are tore up after this winter, a lot worse than what we had anticipated, and so we have the ability to move it around a little bit and put the need where the worst part of it is, so.
a couple of main thoroughfares, South 25th is on there from my Avenue to Broad. We actually had Main Street from the north end, city limits, all the way to the south end, all of Main Street. Every road has been let out to bid to actually mill and resurface, because we've had so many overlays over the years that we don't have any curbs left, so I don't think we have room to do another topping. We just about have to mill, so you can't get quite as much done that way, but I think it's the right way to do it.
In the long run, it makes a lot better surface, and it's gonna last a lot longer to mill it, and then put surface over, just to put surface up, fix a pothole and put surface over the top of it, it just doesn't last, not gonna last. Right now, the loads of roads, they're so wet, so saturated. They've been working weekly, daily on potholes, and they're just not gonna last with how soft the ground is underneath them. So we got a plan put together, and we got some roads that are in really bad shape, but if you've driven Indiana Avenue at 25th Street, we put a whole new intersection in there that was just terrible water, came across there, even when it was dry. We're getting some water there that we shouldn't be getting from a couple of houses. So that's in a lot better shape, but if you come back in between the 24th or 23rd Street, 22nd and 25th Street, there's no road. It's gone. I mean, and you spent 2 days in a row on it and tried to work on it just last week, and I mean, it's bad. The road is just disintegrating. So, you know, that's gonna have to get more attention than what we had planned on at the original time, so.
Kind of wanted to recognize the police department too for helping us out. Every intersection or every road we did, we had to name how many accidents we've had over the last 3 years, how many resulted in fatalities, or just, some sort of property damage. Every road, every block, we had to come up with all that data.
Over a period of time, not just for past year, I mean, it took hour after hour from every department to put this together, just unbelievable.
They wanted to know the amount of cars that traveled each road on a daily basis.
You go to the meeting and they say how bad they want to give this money away, get these roads fixed, and just everybody needs to fix roads, and all the hoops they make you jump through to get the money. on the front end, it's pretty, but on the back end, they just, had to have elevations that, what am I trying to say,
We had to have right-of-ways with the roads, with the right-of-ways, whether they had curbs, sidewalks. Again, how many vehicles have traveled each road daily? How many trucks have traveled each road daily? On and on and on.
but we got it, now we're gonna put it to the best use we could possibly put it to. Anybody have any other questions about the grant?
The only thing, not about the grant, but the only thing I have is, we really need to do a better job of making sure trucks use truck routes. You know, and I'm not gonna single anybody out or any certain places, but again, 25th Street, obviously.
Yeah, we need.
When we do that road, we need to do it right. If it takes cement, it takes cement. But with the traffic it gets from Plum Street to I Avenue is astronomical, daily.
Yes.
I mean, for safety reasons, it should be brought up to do it right.
And they should be traveling D Avenue and South 27th. That's the truck route.
We've got marked, we've got signs up saying
I
that.
know we do, and I know sometimes trucks just take the wrong route. But, you know, anymore in this day and age, with the GPS systems, it should just not happen, and our police officers should just pull them over immediately, ticket them, or warn them. If they get them again, tow them. I mean, it's tearing our roads up and it's costing everybody money. It's a trickle-down effect that's costing us that we've never really taken initiative on, and I really think we need to. And I'm not blaming anybody.
Couple tickets, the word gets around pretty fast.
It does, but
to the
you know,
traffic.
with the day and age of their navigations in those trucks, no matter how big or how small they are, no truck should go down Bundy Avenue. No truck should go down, you know, I Avenue, or you know, to a certain extent. I mean, they just shouldn't. You know,
When you say I Avenue, you talking about in front of Crown?
I'm just saying. Well, they shouldn't go down
Well,
I
most of
Avenue.
these,
I mean, their entrance to Crown is on the back side of
Well,
18th
that's true.
Street.
Most of these
So,
businesses-
you know, I'm not trying to deter business, obviously, but we really need to take caution in the wind when we think about redoing 25th Street.
Is it confusion or defiance?
Again, some of it might be confusion. I mean, hands down, it could be confusion. I mean, anytime you drive out of town, in a different town, you don't know where to go. But nowadays, our truck routes are specifically marked, just like any other cities are, in the navigation system where those semis drive. And 9 out of 10, when they go to Grady or they go to the industrial park on Troy Avenue, they know the way to go. You know, they've been there enough. It's a dedicated route. They know which way to go. But you might find a new one here or there that just doesn't know. But
There's nothing wrong with sending out letters and explaining why we're going to start enforcing
I mean,
it, too.
yeah, we just need to. 25th Street worries me though, with you know a certain area of banking it right, making sure the water runs off right, and things like that, and crowning it or whatever you call it. But just a suggestion.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Anything else? Council? Ed? Greg? Lee? Anyone from the public? I got a couple things to say then, and we'll adjourn. Oh, hop up.
I'm sorry, I didn't get my hand up quick
Good.
enough. Can I have 5 minutes?
3.
I can do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm here as an observer with League of Women Voters. We're trying to do that to all the government meetings and so forth. But I thought I would take just a couple of moments to say thank you for your help with the Castle Heights neighborhood. You gave a match to a grant that allowed us to work with Vectren and some planning associates outside of Chicago, and they're putting together an action plan for us. Ed Hill's on our committee for the housing committee. Councilperson Jerry is on that committee, and we've had others that have attended, so thank you very much for that. Our plans are proceeding very fast. we're probably going to be planting some trees on some of those empty lots, some of those BEP lots. And these are not just little bitty trees, these are the 4 and 5 foot tall trees. So in April, we hope to do about 19 of those. Jeff Ray's helping, of course. Some of you know him. So we're going to get some trees planted. We're hoping to do some flowers and some beautification in this area. It's a great public-private partnership. And I appreciate the involvement of the city. We're getting lots of attention. Newspaper's been great in giving us publicity. And we've had a couple of public meetings. We haven't had the turnout that we've hoped, but I think that'll come. I think as people see that things are being done. We have a private developer who is flipping homes, buying homes in that area and making money. So I just wanted to bring that to the attention. You know, there's some opportunity there. And I think together, I think we're going to maybe give that neighborhood a second chance or another chance. The short-term plans are planting the trees, installing some benches. We've got 3 of the recycled benches that we purchased already. Getting ready to install them sometime and have a cleanup and put those benches in sometime in the near future. So again, just thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, Al.
Appreciate
it. Anyone else?
Oh, yeah, Habitat Home, with the help of Boar's Head. I'm not supposed to say much about that. I don't understand. They don't like a lot of publicity. Have you found that?
Yes.
Yeah, but, I can't help but say that Boar's Head is helping us with the funding and volunteers. So we're building a Habitat house, probably going to be breaking ground on South 19th, just north of Snedeker's.
But they're truly investing back into our community.
Yes.
In a big way.
tremendously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al.
Anyone else? Just a quick little FYI. The city is not going to apply for the Stellar grant this year, but we're combining kind of with the county, and Kathy Hamilton is working diligently on it. The first letter has to go out this Friday. And the 3 things that I've wanted to work on, don't want to spill a lot of beans right now, but hopefully by the time this comes to pass, we will own the castle. Hopefully. So, well, hopefully we can get
That lady is that why she hasn't called me back?
So we're working on that. So we'll
Who's we?
The city
me.
through Main Street.
It's not gonna be another armory situation, right?
Well, you don't want the armory?
No, I just said it's not gonna be like that.
Because we've had thousands of kids just last week come through.
I'm just saying, because we'll have to end up going with food and beverage money to take care of it, so, or to get it in shape.
I'm just kind of making an announcement. I don't want to spill a lot of beans right now.
I'm just asking from a financial
We've got a lot
aspect.
to talk about.
I know how much the bills are down there too.
Didn't pay for itself.
The other thing that I'm really interested in, want to know if you're interested in it. If you go to Pendleton and you go 1 street north of the highway, from the old high school all the way downtown, that brick road is still intact. We don't have one road left, and that's Church Street from 14th to the library.
Yeah.
Are you interested in putting that on a rehab list? And it would probably cost us a little money, max money, but as far as a historic road, that's probably about the most historic road we've got left in Newcastle, and I think that block would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we definitely thought about that
Yeah.
before. I think
Yeah.
that's definitely something.
Greg, is there anything like that underneath 14th Street between Race and
Yeah,
Broad?
we've cut through it so many times,
It's-
it's in really bad shape, really. Well, there's a railroad track right in the middle of it.
Right in the middle of it, that's
Yeah,
right.
so it's
See,
really
we're
bad.
going to the Wayback Machine there.
Yeah.
And bring back
Right.
memories.
Yeah. So, we're gonna combine with the county on, the countywide Stellar grant, and Kathy's working on that. And at this point in time, I don't have any idea what the grant, what the match money would be. That's why I said, I just, got this phone call today about, are we even interested? And that's why I'm asking you, are you interested in us moving forward with the district of the county moving with this grant. And those are a couple of projects that I had in mind. The third project that is probably one of the most important is infrastructure on the sidewalks. We already have drawn up plans about crosswalks at Indiana Avenue, Cherry Street, and at Parkside or by Speedway going to Parkview and Trojan Lane. But we can't put those across till we have a sidewalk on the west side to accept that crosswalk. So we're already having to do work on our handicap accessibility, not only downtown, I mean out on 25th Street, every place in the city where you see a sidewalk, there's supposed to be handicap accessibility, and we're way behind. Well, maybe I should just say we're behind there.
Yeah, it's not just the corners, we got the in between the corners too.
Yeah.
Isn't there a minimum we're supposed to spend a year?
$80,000 a year of getting our handicap accessibility brought up to date. So those are the three things that I put on there. If we're going to put some necessities on, I just want a little feedback from you guys about if you want to go forward with that or not.
So that grant would help take care of the sidewalks too?
So do
I
you
think
need
if-
a representative from the council?
No.
Work on the committee, is that what you're
Well,
asking?
she needs a yes or no because she's got to have a letter in this Friday.
I would say. Well, I think if we're only on the hook for the part that affects the city.
Only the city.
You know, I mean, I'm more than for that.
Yeah. We need to make a motion for that then.
I think it's probably good we just have it on record.
I'll make a motion to proceed.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other questions or comments?
This is for 2020?
21.
Yeah,
2021.
I think it's for 21.
For 21.
I forgot to ask that, but I think.
Process probably is in
it's probably
2020, and
In
then the
19.
award is for
It's
21.
awarded in 20 and it would be for 21, I think.
I think that's probably what it is.
Roll call vote, please.
Mary Brington,
Aye.
Jeff Hancock.
Aye.
Terry Walden.
Aye.
Aaron Dickens.
Aye.
Mark Hover.
Can you, will the county be the agent to, like, the
Regional Planning Commission.
I thought,
That's the only way you can do Stellar now, right?
this is not Stellar.
I thought he was talking
well,
Stellar.
it's not just a city stellar grant, there's a,
It'd be through the Regional Planning
Regional
Commission we
Planning
just
Regional
joined.
planning.
So it would include Rush, Wayne, Randolph, all of those that.
Henry County will turn in its plan
Right.
against Rush County and against.
With, not against, it'd be all together.
It's our portion, there will be
Right.
dollars separated for each of us
Exactly.
of what we break out, of what we want done in our,
So I'd asked a question about this because they don't do individual Stellar, but when they presented to us when we were considering joining, they explained that Stellar can be broken up into individual projects within your county or community.
Okay.
So this is what that would be.
so it's the whole region turns it in, but each county gets their
Piece of the pie or
projects,
whatever.
Okay.
their piece of the pie.
Aye. Thanks.
Aye.
Rest back off.
Motion carries 7-0. That's all I have.
Sorry, Brenda.
And Mark, I can tell you that the regional committee meeting that I went to, the plan that they turned in last year for their associates was a very strong effort.
Finalist.
And they got a lot of good feedback off of it, so they're kind of ahead of the game now with it.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you guys for your input. Thank you.
Move we adjourn.
Adjourn.